Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'd thought I'd do a more generalized Office video to discuss the Quick Access Toolbar. This is a utility that far too many users and developers underutilize, and I thought I'd spend a couple minutes demonstrating a little bit what it is, how to customize it, and discuss briefly why you should be using this. So let's take a quick deep dive into the Office Quick Access Toolbar. Also, sometimes people just call it the QAT. So the first thing you have to ask yourself, if you're not already aware, is what is the QAT? What is this Quick Access Toolbar? And access doesn't necessarily mean access as in Microsoft Access. It's just a toolbar, and it's available in Excel and Word. It's available in all the applications Office-wide. And it's this guy right here. It's hard to see on my screen. It's faint right now. The options are disabled because the commands that you put there become enabled and disabled depending on the context in which you are currently, the state of the application which you're in. So certain commands are not always available, right? You can't do design of certain things if you're not in that mode. And so you'll see they become enabled, disabled, depending on the context, depending on where you are, what you're doing, what object you're editing. But the beauty here is, if you compare the Quick Access Toolbar, let's just change the ribbon. The Quick Access Toolbar never changes. It's always there. It's always available. So the beauty of that is you organize it to have the common commands you use daily in all your tasks, and then you don't even need to worry about using the ribbon, figuring out, oh, where's that command buried, and you can eliminate a multitude of clicks and simplify your work. That's one of the biggest drawbacks with the ribbon, is when they change from command bars to ribbon, is the number of clicks required to do actions increased significantly. So by using the Quick Access Toolbar, we can sort of go back a little bit to the efficiency we previously had in the older versions of Office. Enough talk. Let's try to look at access here. How can we customize it? Well, myself as a developer, right? I want to customize. I want to add some commands that I use commonly. So how do I do that? I simply right-click on it, and I come down to Customize Quick Access Toolbar. So I click on it. This dialog pops open. And here on the left-hand side, it's showing me the commands that I can add to the Quick Access Toolbar. And on this side, this is what's currently in the Quick Access Toolbar. So you can customize things. You can change the order. You have complete control. One thing to pay attention to here in particular, and this goes whether you're working in Excel, Word, Access, makes no difference, is by default, it always puts the popular commands, what they deem popular. I much prefer to switch this off the bat, go to all commands, now give it a second to think and process, but now I have access to everything. Now I can set up my Quick Access Toolbar properly, find the command, because if you stay in the popular, a lot of times you're going to be looking for something and you don't find it and it becomes a frustrating experience. Just remember, switch that to all commands. Okay, so what do we want to add? Let's say in Access here, well, one that I use a lot is I like, obviously, to perform a compact and repair. So let's add that guy. Now I don't want it down here, so I can use the up and down arrows to change where it's located in the Quick Access Toolbar. Another thing as a developer that can be very useful to me is the make MDE. Now pay attention here, the label is incorrect. This also is good for making an ACCDE file. So don't worry, there's only the one command. Even though it says MDE, it is good for the newer format as well. What else can be useful? Well, as a developer especially, we can come down to, Visual Basic Editor. One that I use a lot, the Format Painter. And another very useful one would be the Linked Table Manager. So you get yourself organized. When you're happy with your selection, you press OK, and now those commands are now accessible. So now I know no longer, if I'm working here away doing my thing, I no longer have to remember, okay, where's the compact and repair? Oh yeah, it's under database tools, click, okay. No, now I can just click on my quick access toolbar and it's done. I want to make an MDE. I don't need to know file, save as, make MDE. That's just how many clicks. It gets to be insane. I just press in my quick access toolbar and I'm brought right there. I'm ready to roll. And that's the beauty of the quick access toolbar. Simplify your life. And as you can see, it doesn't take up a lot of real estate. So you can add 10, 20 commands to this guy and put all the commands that you're going to use day to day and put them up there so you don't have to go digging. They're always available to you. What's also nice is, like, if you minimize the ribbon, for instance, by double clicking, if you weren't aware, well, those commands are still accessible versus in the ribbon now I got to click just to activate it and then I got to switch. So by leaving the quick access toolbar, they're always visible. They're always available to you. Another way to customize your quick access toolbar, if you know that the command is already accessible through the ribbon, you can simply select any command you want. Let's just come here and I'll take this guy here. You simply right click on it and you click Add to Quick Access Toolbar. And if you look at the Quick Access Toolbar, it will be instantaneously added. And this works even with disabled buttons. So if we wanted to, let's say, add the export to Excel, it is possible, even on the disabled button, to add to the quick access toolbar. And as you see, it's disabled currently because we're not on a table or a query or whatever. So therefore, when it's added to the quick access toolbar, it as well is disabled until the appropriate time where it becomes automatically enabled. So you have two methods to customizing your quick access toolbar. This is probably the quicker, the easier if you're familiar with the commands and when they're located, but a lot of commands aren't displayed, right? They're contextual, and in which case, doing the right click up here, doing the customize, and then going and getting all commands, this way you're guaranteed that everything is here and available to you. So the choice is yours. Like I said, the same is true in Excel, for instance, and it's the exact same procedure. You can come here, and as you can see, I customized this one. So if you come in here, I added the format painter. I added page setup. I added the insert. So you can do whatever you want. Come down here. I want to add the copy. You can come and I can add the paste, let's say. And now they're added. Copy button is always available. Paste is always available. It's the exact same thing. You can customize it to your heart's content. Put the commands up there that you know you use very, very frequently and simplify your life so you're not digging through the ribbon uselessly. Same goes for Word. It's the exact same thing. We come in here, customize, and you have the same controls. And remember, you can change it at any point in time. So if you put something and you realize, I don't really need the format painter after all, well, you just click on it and press remove, and it's gone. So you're never set in the stone here. Whatever you do can be changed at any point in time. Also, just to demonstrate here, just as easily as we can, for instance, add commands to our quick access toolbar, the same is true for removing them. We don't necessarily have to come in here, customize, select something, and then go remove and OK. We can save ourselves a lot of clicks of buttons if we want, and we can just simply right-click directly on that button, that command, and select here at the top, remove from quick access toolbar. That said, you cannot reorder the commands through this medium, okay? So that you can't drag and move commands. The only way to change the order, that I'm aware of at least, is you still have to right-click, customize, and then from here, using the arrows, you could reposition and change the orders. That's the only limitation to the right-clicking. But for adding commands, this works absolutely beautifully. Add to quick access toolbar, and right-click again to remove from quick access toolbar. What is also nice about this, as a developer or an IT admin, is the fact that these customizations, they're actually just a text file. So they are located in one of these two locations. I know on my machine it's located here. So if I just copy this guy and we go to it, and then you can see the full address up here. It's in your users, AppData, local, Microsoft, Office. And then when you have customizations done, a file will show up here with the name of the application and then .officeUI. So right now we don't see a Word one because the Word one, if we open it up, has no customizations. It is the default. This is what would appear by default when you create a new installation of Word. But if we customize it, and let's just go add the format painters file. Okay. Now we close out of it and you'll see, oh, a Word Office UI file has now been created. And it is just a plain text file. You can open it and you can examine it. And if we go, you'll see towards the end, what has it done? Here is my format painter. So you can, if you really wanted to, edit this directly, delete, change, whatever you want, you could do that. But the reason I'm mentioning that they're just text files is the beauty here is you can, for instance, remove it, let's say. So access is no longer configured, right? We open it up, we're back to the default because that file is gone. Well, if you're in an organization or if you're creating a new VM and you want to carry over your QAT, you just have to copy the one file, drop it into the proper folder, and now Access has that quick access toolbar already configured. So if you set this up for your users, part of the configuration, if you set this up for you no longer even have to perform this customization process. You don't have to necessarily teach your users how to do this if you want to have a set QAT within the organization, within the department. So it's just a text file. You can copy it. You can set it up as part of your installation routine, your boot up routine, whatever. But this is the type of thing that as users is extremely powerful. As developers, don't ignore taking a couple minutes to implement this, customize it. It will save you time and energy in the long run, I promise. So that's an exploration, a brief exploration of the Quick Access Toolbar. I hope this is something informative. I hope it's shown you something if you weren't already aware. And if you don't mind, like, subscribe, share. It's the only way I can keep making videos like this. And have a great day. We will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.